You don't need all these like gimmicky things. What you need is to get rid of your vices. Yeah. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. As you guys know, it is the end of the year. 2026 is right around the corner, and this is the time where most people are like getting their lives together, formulating their plans for the New Year's, doing their vision boards. Some people call it their winter arc, whatever you want to call it. I feel like we are all kind of in that type of energy. I'm not somebody that usually sets new intentions and New Year's resolutions. I personally believe that the world revolves around me and my birthday. My birthday is in April, so I like to set my new goals and stuff for my year around my birthday. But there's no denying that there's so much energy with the new year coming, and I feel like we should all take advantage of that as well, especially if there's something on your heart to improve on or to work on. I'm gonna be starting a series called the Goddess Expansion Pack. And it took me a while to like come up with a name for this series, because I didn't want it to just be like a glow up plan of this or that, because for one, I already think that I'm a goddess. I've accomplished so many of my goals this year and just in life general. I'm not a failure. I'm not somebody who doesn't know what they're doing or doesn't know where their life is heading. Like, I have clear goals for myself, and I always have, and I always will. So it's not that, you know, I'm some lost spirit that like, you know, needs to get their life completely together. No, I feel like I'm on the right track already. I'm already a goddess, but I just want to expand on that. I want to fine tune it, and I want to do things with more intention. Usually when I watch these type of videos, the person's like, okay, step one, we're going to formulate a plan, or you're going to think about everything that you want to accomplish and then put it into some sort of plan. And I filmed this video, just so you guys know, 3 other times, and I had very similar talking points, of course, because there are tried and true ways to accomplish a goal, and I feel like if you know them, then you would obviously share that in this type of video, right? Duh. But every time I started, I was like, there's something missing here. There's something missing. Like, I'm missing a component. But I'm here to tell you, you don't need another planner. You don't need to buy somebody's masterclass. You don't need to subscribe to someone for tips and tricks. I mean, I do hope that you subscribe to me just because you like my content, but you don't need all these like gimmicky things. What you need is to get rid of your vices. Yeah. I feel like so many of us have these addictions or micro addictions, whatever you want to call them, vices, if you don't want to call it an addiction, but we have so many of these things that are literally holding us back. That, like, if you're someone that needs to drink every day, needs to smoke weed every day, needs to smoke every day, like cigarettes or hookah, needs to watch porn every day, needs to be on social media every day, even though it's not making you money and you're not like an actual content creator, you're just always on social media. If you're doing these things constantly, you're addicted. You're addicted. If you have to do anything that is detrimental to your health and your well-being every single day, it is an addiction. Having a glass of champagne when you're celebrating, or having, you know, a drink or two when you're out with friends, that's kind of normal. That's normal use. You're not abusing, you know, the alcohol. But if you need to drink every day to feel okay, if you need to drink every day, but you make these excuses that you're not driving, so it doesn't matter, or you're not doing XYZ, so it doesn't matter, you're just in your house, so it shouldn't matter, you're an alcoholic. Same thing goes for weed and smoking. Same thing goes for hookah and cigarettes. Same thing goes for porn. Same thing goes for social media. Same thing goes for junk food. Same thing goes for sugar. Like, same thing goes for caffeine. Like, we are literally addicted. And a lot of these vices that we have are so detrimental to our health and to our well-being. And they're literally stopping us from reaching our goals. And I think I was hesitant on making this video, or like including this in the Goddess Expansion Pack, because it takes a lot to like come on camera and be like, yo, I have a problem with smoking. Like, I'm a little bit of a pothead. Like, that takes guts. All right, so nobody better be out there judging me. I know everybody has a vice, everybody has something that they are working on, and we can work on it together. So yes, I have a little bit of a smoking addiction. I just really love the act of smoking. So hookah and Mary Jane are my main 2. I don't do cigarettes. I don't do any other type of drug or anything like that. And I'm not really a big alcohol drinker either, because I get really bad hangovers, and I don't like hangovers at all. Alcohol has just never really interests me much. I will have a drink occasionally with friends and stuff, but for the most part, I'm not a big drinker. But I am a smoker, so much so that my boyfriend gave me the nickname Puff. Like, it's a lot. But this year I definitely want to tackle it and get a handle on my addictions. And even saying addictions is a lot, because I've taken tolerance breaks. I've gone long periods of time without smoking. And so that's why I wouldn't say it's an addiction, but it definitely is a vice. It's definitely something that I lean on when I have like anxiety, or when I'm just not in the mood, I just want to relax or something like that, I'll end up smoking. But then in return, my anxiety gets worse. I get more paranoid. But then on top of that, I end up not doing shit. When I smoke, I'll just end up being antisocial. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to go out anywhere. I don't want to like interact with people. But then also I end up not doing anything. When I was younger and I would smoke, when I was getting my associate's degree, so I was like early 20s, I would smoke and then bust out all my assignments. Like, I was doing essays, and it was just great. And so, it wasn't a real problem. And also, I would only smoke on occasion when I had some. Now, the access has gotten easier, but also the marijuana that they have now, like at dispensaries and stuff, I was just looking online, and it says that it's like 10 to 15 times stronger than what it was even just a few years ago. And so they're bioengineering this marijuana. It's just not good. It's just not good. It's unproductive, and it just doesn't align with the vision that I have for my life. So it is time to let it go. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I'm just going to stop cold turkey and never do it again, and that would just be it, because that's probably a lie. Like, just like with alcohol is not a problem for me. So if I have a drink here and there, it's no issue. I want that to be the same for weed, for hookah, for any vice, really. I don't want it to be an extreme thing where I'm like demonizing it and I hate it and I can't be around it, but I also don't want it to have any like control over my life. I want it to be very much like take it or leave it. Like, I could or I couldn't. It doesn't affect me that much, and it's not going to affect what I have going on in my life. First step is to admit that you have a problem. Identify your vice. So if you're out there and you're like, well, that sucks for you, Kiana, but I'm not, that's just like not my thing. I'm sure that there is something out there that is distracting you. Even if you don't want to call it an addiction, if you don't want to call it a vice, I'm sure that there is some type of distraction that you can lessen or eliminate from your life. So I want you to really take a hard look at your life. If you write, and you can even write down the things that you do during the day. So if every day you wake up and you need to hit a bong, if every day you wake up and you need to have a cigarette, if every night before you go to sleep you need to do something, you need to have a drink or something like that, just analyze the things that you do daily. And if there's something in there that is detrimental for your health, I don't care what anybody says, smoking anything hurts your lungs. Whether we like it or not, whether it's giving us a certain feeling or not, it's still hurting your lungs. Same thing with alcohol. Yeah, in the moment it might not be that bad, but over time it is hurting your liver. It's not good for you. It's definitely poison. Like, come on, be serious. So seriously analyze your life, be hard with yourself, really think like, what are my vices? What do I keep clutching? What am I holding onto that is no longer serving me? And then you're going to work on a plan to eliminate it. So for me, I'm going to give myself this weekend, and then I'm on Monday starting fresh, not gonna have any in the house, so I won't have access to it, and I'm just gonna tell myself like I'm not going to a dispensary. So yeah, the first step is going to be to eliminate whatever it is. So if you're smoking cigarettes and you're trying to get over that, get rid of all the cigarettes. Do your own research though, because I do feel like different habits will cause different withdrawal symptoms. I know for me, when I don't smoke, I don't have any crazy like physical symptoms, because like I said, I have gone on long stretches where I like just wouldn't smoke for 3 months and stuff like that, and I've been perfectly fine. So I know I'll be fine. I know it's not going to cause any physical symptoms, but do your own research if your vice might. Like, I know if you've been a heavy cigarette smoker over years and years, and you smoke, like you chain smoke, I know that there probably are some physical ailments that you might experience as you're detoxing and as you're moving on to a new point in your life. So just be mindful, do some research, but formulate a plan to get off, like wean yourself off. So whether that is you know, little bit, day by day, you smoke less. So say you smoke 3 cigarettes, then the next day you smoke 2, the next day you smoke 1, something like that. But find some type of way to wean yourself off. If you're a hookah smoker, say you go out for a hookah every weekend, maybe this month in December you only smoke hookah twice. You do every other weekend, and then in January you just do 1 weekend, and then for, you know, February on, you're good, you're hookah free for the rest of the year. But whatever it may be, find your vice and formulate a plan to get rid of it. The first step in that plan, though, needs to be elimination. You need to be weaning yourself down until you're finally off of it. So yeah, my plan for elimination is to get it out of my system, do my regular routine with it this weekend. So today, Saturday and Sunday. On Sunday night, though, I'm going to tell my boyfriend to keep all the weed, keep all of the devil's lettuce to himself, and that way I won't have any in my place, and then I'll be good. I won't be tempted, hopefully. And then I'm gonna give myself the rest of December until January 1st to just go through the motions of not having the vice. So instead of implementing other things that I have for the Goddess expansion plan, which I have a lot of ideas and things, but instead of implementing those things right away and overwhelming myself and then feeling anxious and wanting to smoke, I'm going to give myself the month of December to just, of course, I'm still going to be doing stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still go to the gym. I still do my reading. I'm still a productive human, but I'm just giving myself that grace period of not adding anything extra to my table, just so that I can fully just like detox and just think about things. I can journal and make sure that this is going to be a right switch for me. But I think it is. I think this is going to be super productive. So anyway, I think I'm just rambling at this point, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. If you are struggling with an addiction, a vice, a coping mechanism, something that's just unhealthy that you're doing every day, smoking, drinking, porn, social media, snack foods, junk foods, gambling, you know, whatever these vices may be, and you want to improve and you're ready to expand on your God or goddess self, then I pray that you join me on this journey. Definitely subscribe for more. And yeah, let's get into the Goddess expansion pack, episode 2 coming soon.